Hello, everyone. Real Estate Ninja here. Mortgage rates are dropping. Things are changing. The bond market is filling full of buyers because more and more fear is hitting the market. And I want you to understand you need to be careful about moving forward with these mortgage rates dropping as people are looking for the best mortgage rates. They are afraid of what's happening currently. They are feeling the squeeze of inflation. They are looking for relief everywhere, and they're about to find, or you may be one of those people. And type one, if you're one of the people that need a lower mortgage rate right now. Type two, or let me know your percentage also too down below. And it's not something to be embarrassed of. A lot of people dove into the market, they got themselves in a certain amount of debt, and they need some relief. And I'm going to warn you about something that's coming. And we're going to use the first story, and it's out of Investopedia. Mortgage rates plunged to 15-month low, 30-year average at the cheapest level since April of 2023. It says on Friday, it dropped to 6.35%. A 6-day decline has taken the average to its lowest level in more than a year. Averages for most other mortgage rates also fell on Friday. And to give you an idea, this is right here, the last 90 days of 30-year mortgage rates, right? This is just the last 90 days. This is where mortgage rates have went from up here, right, to down here. And there are a lot of people that are vying to, they're wanting to refinance. And a lot of this has to do with the bond market. But I need to stress this. A lot of you are going to refinance and waste a lot of money in two different ways. First off, it costs a certain amount to refinance a home, right? If you're going through a different lender, it's not an in-house escrow and in-house refinance. You are re-recording with a new lender. There's escrow fees, appraisal fees. There's all this money that goes into it only to save a few $100s a month. And when you take the few $100s a month, you divide it into the total amount of the refinance, it takes a long time to repay. And there is a shift coming where rates are going to get a little better. But the other thing where people miss it is, let's say you've already been paying 2 years on that mortgage. You've got a lot invested in it, meaning that 90% of your loan, your payment, I'm exaggerating, but a large percentage of your payment is going towards interest. You're never going to get back. And if you've already been paying 2 years on that, it resets the clock. That's gone. That's money that's gone. And it's something that a lot of people do not consider when they're grasping for straws, the straws being a mere $200 a month in savings, where they could take other aspects of their life and cancel a subscription to Netflix or cancel a gym membership that maybe you're not using. Trust me, I know what that's like. I'm being real here to save money. Check this out. It says here, today's new purchase mortgage rates, and they're pumping up a little bit because the 10-year bond's lifting today. The 30-year mortgage rate slid 14 more basis points this last Friday, dropping to 6.35. On Monday, yesterday, they got even better, right? Because we saw tons of people dive into the bond market as the global markets were just tanking yesterday. That sinks the flagship average to its cheapest level since April 13th of 2023, and also represents a dramatic drop of 72 basis points since registering 7.08% on July. It's ironic that none of these articles, none of these news stories tell you what's going on the other side of the equation when you go get a refinance or when you go to buy a home, the points that are being charged. There are points on all of these loans. And if you pay 0 points, which I want you to do, and that's what I teach people to do in the mortgage course. Oh, the Mortgage Master Bundle and the Credit Score Pro, there's 2 hours left of the bundle, over 80% off if you're interested. But my point being is that I show people that if you go to pay 0 points, you're going to pay a higher rate, right? Of course, your credit score plays totally into that. Most people don't focus on their credit score, getting that credit score up to an 800, and I know it's totally possible. It's easy to teach people how to do this, and see how much money they save rather than the knee-jerk reaction because life gets so busy and so full. They immediately, hey, rates are dropping. Okay, I could save money. And then they go spend a ton of money that they don't normally see. It's like buying a car, you still don't own it and you want another new car. Oh, the salesman goes, no worries. We're going to roll that amount that you still owe the last bank. We're going to roll it into the new car. And most people are like, oh, I don't see it because they're resetting that payment, but yet they owe so much more. And they do it with homes. And it's sad. It's sad to see. It's so easy. If you focus on certain aspects, that's why I came out with that Credit Score Pro. Like, I want to teach people how to fix their own, or at least find the right company to pay to fix it for them. But you can totally fix it yourself if you've got the time. There's little tiny things you could do with how you deal with credit card debt, what type of credit cards you have, these little tweaks that raise your credit score so that when you go and get a new mortgage, you're saving thousands of dollars in closing costs. I'm not joking, a point. Can you imagine having your credit score to the point where, no pun intended, you walk in and they go, well, we're going to give you the going rate. Normally your credit score is so high, somebody that wants this same loan is going to pay 1%. It's a $500,000 mortgage. They're going to pay $5,000 in points. Since your credit score is so high, you don't have to pay that. We're going to give you the same rate, the same terms. We're not going to charge you those fees because you're a high quality client. We want you because we're going to sprinkle your credit score on top of a tranche of mortgage-backed securities. That's a whole nother course, a whole nother lesson. A whole nother video. But the thing is that people are diving in right now and they're panicking. I talked to one of my brokers and he goes, now I got to worry as these rates slide a mere half a point. People are now refinancing with other banks that are promising the world. They're paying exorbitant fees. They're losing money to save a couple $100, but they just stacked $5,000, $8,000 in closing fees onto that loan that now they're going to be paying interest on that as well for 30 years. This is why this debt cycle, people never pay it back. You would be better off fixing your credit score over the next 30 days and refinancing and saving money on an in-house refinance, going to your bank and saying, hey, and not all banks are going to do this. I just recently saw this with somebody that tried to do an in-house refinance and the bank goes, well, we're only going to refinance you into a 5-1 ARM because that's where the bank's at. They're so scared that rates are going to go up, just like I say they're going to in the future. They're going to dip and then they're going to explode, right? They're only doing 5-1 ARMs. And so this buyer said, okay, I'm going to go with another broker, and got us 30-year fixed for less than the 5-1 ARM fixed period with his current bank. But being able to sit back and go, you know what, I'm going to take my credit score from a 720 to a 800, or I'm going to take it from a 680 to a 780, right? And take a little bit of time and then go into the bank and say, hey, what can you do for me? And watch what happens. You are going to save so much money, it's stupid. I'll tell you what, there's 2 hours left of this deal. You don't have to do this. But this is what I used to do, is save people money in their refinances or buying their first home. Like, there are so many fees you should not be paying, erroneous fees. If you don't know how to shop for these loans, how to identify a good deal as opposed to a bad deal, you're spending stupid amounts of money because most people just sign on the dotted line. They don't even know what they're reading. So there's 2 hours left if you'd like to buy that bundle. But I'll tell you what, this is the time to be building your score. And there are a lot of people out there with a 720 credit score and they think they're crushing it. No, you can be crushed every time you get that score up to near that 800 or that 850, whatever mark, wherever you want to hit it. The higher your credit score, it's just the truth. You're going to get a better deal. End of story. That's how it works. That's how life works. If you want it, 2 hours left. I hope you have a great day. I would highly suggest not diving into a refinance right now to save a couple $100. Consider how much that refinance is going to cost you. And saving money is the same as making money. I hope you got something out of this. Real Estate Ninja is out.